You are listening to episode number 152, The Heart of the Rose Meditation. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Welcome to Natural Woman Alchemy, the podcast, a safe and supportive space for women. And here we dive into heart-centered and candid conversations all about self-love and self-development, sacred sexuality, sensuality, women leadership, sisterhood, natural and holistic health, nutrition, wellness, relationships, spirituality, and anything really of the heart. I'm your host, Nadine Kuhn. I'm a holistic transformation coach for women, wellness advocate, singer, voice coach, healthy foodie, and a lover of nature and the arts. Each week, we're diving into our sacred feminine temple, and I give you powerful food for thought and motivation. I also bring on honest and vulnerable conversations with female visionaries, thought leaders, coaches, artists, and musicians from all over the world to share their message with you. So join Natural Woman Alchemy and become part of the family. Hey beauties, welcome to another episode of Natural Woman Alchemy, the podcast. I'm so glad that you're here. We just had the beautiful full moon and Easter, and we're just, I think those energies are so potent right now with spring, with everything, I mean here at least in the Northern Hemisphere, everything blooming and blossoming and coming back to life. Is just so beautiful, and I wanted to share a very, very beautiful practice with you, a very beautiful meditation with you. So the backstory of it is I recently talked to a wonderful woman. She is a wonderful friend of mine, and we were just talking and sharing things and empowering each other. And I said, I have these kind of things, messages for people that would just come. Like, I really channel things for them, and I get kind of like a nudge from spirit, and in a way, like, this is for them and this is for them. Tell them this and talk to them about this and show them this. And it's been sometimes a little bit challenging because I know a lot of people don't like, unsolicited advice. But at the same time, I know it wouldn't be that way if there wasn't this urge, and it would just come out of nowhere. So anyways, this had happened with her, and we were talking. I was like, you know what? I see you doing this, and it is the Heart of the Rose meditation, which I want to share with you today. And I was like, wow, the Heart of the Rose meditation. It's beautiful. I told her it might be so suitable to you. It might help you a lot. It has helped me in the past so much to calm my mind, to calm my thoughts, to calm my heart, and to get into, or to tap into a wisdom that is in the unknown for me. And another backstory about the Heart of the Rose meditation is actually from the book, the Mönch. The monk who sold his Ferrari, by Sharma. And I read that, I think it was 2011. Yeah, it was 2011. And I was amazed by this book. Like, it changed me from the inside out. Like, really, it was the book. And my copy is probably still circling around in Kenya or something, because I forgot it there. And I think a lot of people have read it with my English and German notes in it. So anyways, I had that book and I loved it. And in this book, there is the Heart of the Rose meditation. And I joined the 5 a.m. club way back then. And then I did the Heart of the Rose meditation. And it is so simple and yet so powerful. So basically, you buy yourself a rose, or you get a beautiful rose from your garden. That's even better. But you can buy just one single rose. I would prefer that it's red, but it can be any color, of course. And you make space, preferably in the morning and also in the evening. You create a very safe space, sacred space for yourself where you are uninterrupted, where, with candles and everything, just silent and quiet. And then you dedicate at least 15 minutes to look and observe and be in the space of your rose, like really immerse yourself in the spirit of the rose, into the heart of the rose. But this is where you actually want to get into the heart of the rose. So you start by just looking at the stem and really admiring the stem, everything about the stem, and then the thorns, and you can even count those thorns, and you can even count the leaves, and you look at the color, and you just notice everything about the stem, the thorns, the leaves, and the color, and then you move up, 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 and from there you look at the sepals, and you maybe even want to count them, and you look how fine they are, how finely designed they are, and how protective they are. You just admire everything about the rose. And then you move from the outer petal one by one by one by one into the inner petals of the rose, which is where the heart is. And I would say when you buy your rose, make sure that it's not yet opened, because you're using this rose throughout this process. So you start with probably a closed rose, and then it opens and opens and opens it more every single day. It opens itself more to the divine, to creation, to beauty. And this is part of your inner opening. This is part of your heart opening more and more and more, right? And that is really powerful. Again, it sounds very simple, which it is, but don't be fooled. The simplest things are often the hardest. And just sitting there in silence and admiring this beauty, admiring beauty incarnate in a rose. That is poetry, and that is wisdom. It will teach you a lot of wisdom, or it will show you a lot about you. It will give you a lot of insights, and let everything come up. Let the rose teach you the way back to your heart, the way in love, the way of grace and of beauty. I just love it so much. And I was really, really grateful that this divine inspiration came to me, this divine message came to me, to give it to my wonderful friend. And then understanding, well, actually that message was also for me, because I haven't done this meditation in a long time. And so I got myself a rose, just one single rose. And I love roses, by the way. They're divine, graceful. And I got myself a really, really beautiful rose. And this is what I'm doing now. And seeing where it leads me, and how long she and I, the rose and I, will be on this journey together. To just a very practical approach here, to keep her fresh. Also always cut off a little bit of the stem after like 1 or 2 days, and add some fresh water into the water. Okay, she will love it. That way you will have a lot of her beauty, and you keep her alive. This is what you also want to do with your heart, with your wisdom, with everything that's flowing through you. Anyways, my loves, on this special Easter weekend and in this very potent time, I wanted to give you this meditation. Last year, I told you about my personal meditation, the egg meditation, the egg ritual, which I will link to in the show notes. It's really a profound one. It came to me in ritual. It came to me in sacred ceremony when I was like, oh, what do I want to do? And then I had like all of those crystals, and this ritual, this meditation, this ceremony would just come through me. And of course, I wanted to share that with you because it's divine, it's sacred. It has all to do with Ostara. It has all to do with the spring within us, the new fresh blood that is moving through our bodies, the flow that is being ignited. And this is what we are as women. We are in flow with the divine. I hope you understand how beautiful you are. I hope you understand how amazing you are and how precious and wonderful you are. You are so lovable and you're so beautiful. And there is no one else like you. And we need you. We need you. We need your signature in this big, big choir. We need your voice in this big, big choir. And to harmonize it to coherence. And the Heart of the Rose meditation will help you. Thank you to Sharma for his amazing book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Wonderful. I will also link to this book in the show notes, of course. And I'm grateful to myself that I have gone through the process and that I've done that 11 years back. And it has taught me so much at a time where I was not really myself, where I was still like really trying to find out what is my place here on this planet. What is the thing that I'm actually wanting to do, and where do I actually want to go? Where do I actually want to be? Who am I? And it was a lot of chaos around me. And having that as an anchor was absolutely wonderful and has helped me a lot. And I'm very grateful to my past self now that she has committed herself to this. And it was around the time where I had like this, the first time really where I had this moment of oneness. And I talked about this in another episode. I think great minds read great books. And I can also link this in the show notes, of course. And I talk about this book a lot. It was in a moment where no one actually would see themselves like in being in oneness. It was a Monday morning, rainy, cold, and morning hour rushed in Berlin. And I was on a subway heading to uni. And I had this, with the book in my hand, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. With the book in my hand, I looked up, pondering, and all of a sudden, bam, everything was just oneness. And I was in love with everything, with everyone. I looked at them and like, oh my God, you are amazing. You are so beautiful. I love you. And I was just love. And it would linger and linger and linger. And for that day, it would just linger. This feel, of course, it decreased a little bit when I was at uni and, doing the things that you do at uni, studying and listening and, but it was so profound, so big that the energy was still around me. And I was like, wow, that was profound. And that was my first experience with oneness as I can remember it consciously. So, and the Heart of the Rose meditation has helped me coming to this moment. She taught me. I just love it. I just love it. And I wanted to share this with you. It didn't, things don't come by accident. And having that beautiful conversation with my friend recently and telling her, you should be doing the Heart of the Rose meditation. And then like, oh, I should be doing it. And like, oh, actually, I should be telling my audience about it. So that's what I'm doing. I hope you'll have liked it. And I hope it inspired you. And please share it with your besties, share it with your sisters, because the more people do it, the more women do it, the better we become. And we deserve the best life. We deserve a beautiful, peaceful life, okay? Just breathing into my heart for you, my loves and ladies. And I want to thank you. I'd love for you to tell me what you've gotten out of this episode. Please contact me either through email or on my Instagram at Natural Woman Alchemy. And I just want to say thank you to you. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for being you. Remember, always stay true, always stay in your heart. And until the next episode, namaste.